Good afternoon. I am David Everest. Welcome to FSC News, bringing you our weekly eye on the news. Here is a look at the headlines. Buhari insists on national interest over rule of law. Dumolulu Briggs attends wedding, visits Abonima. APC accuses PDP of being behind violence in by-election. Zenith Bank GMD arrested, implicates Rivers State government. War hero John McCain dies at 81. Musicians pay large tribute to Raskimono. Victor Moses snubbed by new Chelsea coach. Now the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari has hinted that his administration would continue to place the nation's security and national interest above the rule of law. The president, who made the declaration while flagging off the 58th Annual General Conference of Nigerian Bar Association with the theme Transition, Transformation and Sustainable Institutions, held at the International Conference Center in Abuja on the 26th of August 2018, said his government adopted the stance on the basis of subsisting decisions of the Supreme Court. While addressing the gathering of legal practitioners in the country that attended the opening session of the NBA, including Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Justice Walter Onogen, President Buhari said his administration was determined to disrupt age-old assumptions and unsettle ancient norms in the management of Nigeria's national patrimony. He said, rule of law must be subject to the supremacy of the nation's security and national interest. Continuing, Buhari stated that the Apex Court has had cause to adopt a position on this issue in this regard, and it is now a matter of judicial recognition that where national security and public interest are threatened, or there is a likelihood of their being threatened, the individual rights of those allegedly responsible must take second place in favor of the greater good of society. President Buhari equally used the opportunity to solicit the support of NBA to actualize the anti-corruption drive of his administration. Renowned philanthropist and APC chieftain, Chief Dumolulu Briggs, on Saturday, 25th August, joined other APC leaders to attend the marriage solemnization ceremony between Atuwokiki Sam Jaja, son of Amon Oposenibo Dr. Sam Jaja, and his heartthrob Annabel Nwokoro. Chief Dumolulu Briggs, in his congratulatory wishes, said that marriage was an institution ordained by God as it serves as man's first institution of learning, where the virtues of tolerance, patience, respect, loyalty, chastity, and faithfulness are taught and learnt. He said he felt honored being a part of the special occasion and spoke glowingly on how lucky that the couple found each other in true love and encouraged them never to let go of each other. He congratulated the couple as they begin their lifetime journey together and prayed the Almighty God to bless their union. He beseeched the couple to ensure that their love continue to shine and serve as a beacon of hope to others. The occasion was graced by other prominent guests, such as the chairman of APC Rivers State, Honorable Ojukayi Flag-Amachree, the party secretary, Chief Emeka Beke, former APC chairman, Chief Davis Ibiamo Ikanya, DG Nimasa, Honorable Dakuku Peterside, Deputy National Secretary of the APC, Honorable Victor Giadom, Director General of Free Rivers Development Initiative, Engineer Samson Ngerebara, Honorable George Tolufari, Right Honorable Ike Oji, and a host of others. Thereafter, Chief Dumolulu Briggs headed out to his hometown Abonima in Akukutoro local government of Rivers State, where he attended his club meeting, the foremost sociocultural association in Abonima, the revered Inyemoniawo, a respected association that has played a great part in the economic progress and development of the Kalabari Kingdom. As usual, his arrival sparked off a carnival-like welcome as people came out in droves to celebrate a man who has in so many ways created a difference in the lives of others with his goodwill and love for humanity. The Rivers State APC has said that the party was not involved in the violence that marred the August 18th by-election. Speaking on behalf of the party, APC Publicity Secretary, Senator Chris Finebone, stated that the suspension of Port Harcourt 2023 by-election by the INEC was obviously a wrongly premised decision. According to him, the decision runs contrary to relevant provisions of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. He went on to say that the job of determining whether the process of election should be called off or suspended due to violence is that of the security agencies and the courts, and that INEC overreached itself by suspending an election that has already reached the collation stage. The APC spokesman further intimated that there was absolutely no truth that the APC party chairman, Ojukayi Flag-Amachree, connived with SARS personnel to disrupt the election and challenged the PDP to bring proof to that effect. Finebone accused Governor Fst Weekly and the PDP of being behind the violence that erupted in certain parts of the constituency the election was taking place, noting that the governor is the only one on record to publicly threaten everyone, including INEC personnel, with death before every election. Therefore, trying to unravel the violence in Rivers State should start from there. Insisting Nigerians know those behind the violence, killings, and rigging that manifest in elections in Rivers State, as such was not the case prior to 2015. Chris Finebone concluded that the APC is considering legal action against INEC if the INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, Obo Efanga, continues withholding the result, which was already at the collation stage and clearly puts the APC candidate ahead of the PDP candidate. He also called for the resignation of Efanga. Zenith Bank GMD Peter Amangbo was arrested on Sunday, 26 August 2018 by the EFCC over a series of transactions his bank allegedly carried out on behalf of one of Nigeria's largest oil-producing states, Rivers State. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is alleging that the transactions, at least 117 billion naira in value, are suspicious in nature, but that Zenith Bank failed to report them as demanded by the law. Insiders at the EFCC and Zenith Bank said Mr. Amangbo was held to explain why his bank failed to document the withdrawals, allegedly done over a 3-year period, as suspicious. It is alleged that in one swoop, 45 different checks of 10 million naira each, amounting to 450 million naira, were issued and cashed over the counter in the name of one person. In another swoop, another 50 different checks amounting to 500 million naira were issued in the name of another person and withdrawn over the counter of the same bank in Port Harcourt. 4 other officials involved in the investigation are said to be at large. 2 of the suspects include Fubara Similari, whom investigators identified as the Director of Finance and Accounts at the Government House in Port Harcourt, and the Government House cashier are also said to be on the run. Governor Fst Weekly, however, has reacted, slamming the investigation as a political witch hunt, saying he would continue to prevent state officials from appearing before the EFCC for questioning. In a statement sent out by his spokesperson, Simeon Nwakodu, Wike was quoted as saying, "No government official will appear before EFCC," adding that the governor cannot and doesn't want to give account for taxpayers' 117 billion naira irregularly withdrawn from Zenith Bank. Mr. Amangbo was first invited for questioning in August 23rd, sources said, but he was freed on administrative bail and asked to return on August 24th for further interrogation. He honored the arrangement, turning himself in again at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja, but this time he is still being held. From our foreign desk, the United States of America on Saturday, 25th August, lost its war hero, U.S. Senator John McCain, a former prisoner of war in Vietnam, who ran for president in 2018 as a maverick Republican and became a prominent critic of President Donald Trump. McCain, who served as a senator from Arizona for more than 3 decades, has been suffering from brain cancer since July 2017 and died on Saturday afternoon at his ranch in Arizona with his wife, Cindy, and other family members at his bedside, aged of 81. Cindy McCain said that her husband died as he lived on his own terms. The late McCain frequently battled with Trump, and his family has said he did not want the president to attend his funeral. Flags flew at half-staff at the White House on Sunday. President Donald Trump treated his deepest sympathies and respect to the McCain family, although he added no words of praise for McCain himself. All 5 living former presidents, Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, and Jimmy Carter, paid tribute to McCain's courage and character. McCain will be buried in a private ceremony at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland on Sunday, 2nd September. Now on the entertainment scene. Foremost musicians Majek Fashek, Tony Okoroji, Sonny Nneji have paid their last tribute to the late reggae artist Ras Kimono, who died on Sunday, June 12, 2018 in Lagos, Nigeria. The veteran reggae singers say their colleague will continue to live in the minds of his fans. According to his contemporaries, Kimono will continue to live through the great messages he preached through his songs while on earth. The musician spoke on the sideline of the Copyright Society of Nigeria Cuson Tribute Night in honor of the late rubber dub reggae artist, held on the 22nd of August 2018 at the Cuson House off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. Speaking at the event, Majek Fashek said, "Rastas don't die, but live on forever. Therefore, Kimono is not dead, but remains alive through his works. I will still see Kimono again, but not here on earth, but in heaven," Fashek said. Tony Okoroji, chairman of Cuson, described Kimono as a fantastic musician who was completely detribalized and wanted the best for everybody. What makes a great artist is the ability to compose music that touches the hearts and live on forever. Kimono did not care where you came from, what religion you were practicing, or which political party you belong to, he added.
You can see the kind of turnout that's coming out for him today. You know, the young, the old. It just shows how we all feel about the great Ras Kimono. But like my brother says, Rastas never die. So Kimono lives on.
Another musician, Sonny Nneji, said that Kimono was like a firebrand that changed the entire reggae scene in Nigeria. Kimono stood for something because he was not only making music, but addressing important societal issues by his songs. His music was a conscious one because everything he sang about and stood against then is still happening today in our society. That is why his music will remain relevant forever. The younger generation of artists should listen to Kimono's music and learn a lot from them, Nneji said. Before we go, let's take a look at sports updates. Victor Moses did not make his second Premier League appearance of the new season in Chelsea's Game Week 3 clash against Newcastle United at St James Park on Sunday, 26th August. One of the big names omitted from the Blues squad is Moses, who quit international football 15 days ago in order to focus on his family and club. The former Nigerian international, Victor Moses, was nowhere near the substitutes bench in Chelsea's 2-1 win over Newcastle at St James Park on Sunday. Chelsea's Nigerian fans took to Twitter to question the decision of Moses to quit the Super Eagles when there is uncertainty over his future with Chelsea following the arrival of Sarri, who prefers to play in a 4-3-3 formation. Chelsea's new handler, Mauricio Sarri, however, preferred Cesar Azpilicueta and Pedro ahead of Moses for right back and the midfield role, while Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Olivier Giroud, David Zappacosta, Willian and Andreas Christensen made the bench. Moses is yet to taste action for the West London club this season. Meanwhile, Chelsea has moved into second place in the Premier League table, courtesy their win at St James Park. That will be all from our news desk. Thanks for staying with us. Kindly follow our social media handles for more news updates. Have a pleasant new week. I remain David Everest.